Well, when you say on, it could imply anything. Am I on, as in like I'm ready to go?
No.
It means something very specific. Is it on or is it not on?
Thank you.
Whatever, I'm gonna go change.
What are you, dude? We're about to start the episode.
Too bad, so sad, huh? Gotta cut that.
Welcome to Curiosity Public. My name is Dutch.
My name is Jules.
You know me as Angelic Dylan.
Raw.
I love how you guys try to do the sound effects every time. Oh, wow. Well, we're back.
Wow.
We're back. Wow. Our first video of the day, and we were already loopy, which doesn't make any sense. We're back with another tequila for our Ultimate Spirits competition. This time, we are doing a special edition of G4 Añejo.
Another one?
Of the Añejo. This is the 6-barrel blend that they released recently.
Yes.
It's got this nice little sticker that tells you it's special, and it was 6 barrels. Otherwise, looks just like a G4 Añejo. I mean, most widely known for using the rainwater. I think that's one of the things that sets G4 apart. You got any other info about what's special about the 6-barrel blend?
Yeah, I do, but I want to put on my tinfoil hat here. And I question why it says special right here in English and not in Spanish. And I have a theory about that.
Well, it also says barrels edition in English.
But I'll talk about the conspiracy later.
All right, well, why don't you tell us a little more? I'll get us poured.
Yeah, so it's 6 barrels because it's a blend of 2 barrels with that were aged in white wine and 4 in cognac. So I think it's a product of some experimentation. I'm not going to go into the details of who, the people that are involved and all that kind of stuff. But I think, I don't know how much of it is marketing, It's like, oh yeah, this is like serendipity, or is it like we need to create another special edition?
Well, to that end,
or why is it in English?
we're going to be doing one of our trademarked taste-offs.
Stop stealing.
And we're actually going to compare this for members. You can check this video out. We're going to compare this to the regular G4 Añejo just to see, is it worth the hype? Is it actually something special? Is it not something special?
The price.
The stopper, I realize, is different. Mm-hmm. The wood stopper versus the plastic. Now, I don't know. This might be an older bottling of the Añejo. Look at the stopper. Doesn't stay in. Are you guys seeing this? Like, you push it down. And then
elevator up.
Is this?
Oh my gosh! Look at that.
This is arete.
Motion.
It's going like.
Somebody pushed the button.
So yeah, G4. Let's work on these corks. These new corks are crappy. This old cork. Let's see. I put it in, and it stays.
Wow.
So anyway, taste off. Members only.
Taste off.
Want to consider becoming a member? You get to see special bonus content like that. Now, we don't do them all the time anymore. We save them kind of for particular episodes, but there's a lot of other cool benefits to being a member. You can get on our Discord. You can get some random special videos that we send. You get early access, stuff like that. So check it out. We're going to get tasting. We're going to get scoring. We'll be back in a jiffy. Ooh, wow. Sweet.
Lovely.
All right, so I paid $169.
Is that market rate, or is that just what you had to pay for it? Do you know what it was?
Yeah, what's
SRP?
MSRP?
I mean, most places are selling it for $200, $250.
Oh wow,
But,
so you're under, huh? 150 MSRP?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
All right, we've had some time to taste. We've all scored it. We haven't discussed our scores or revealed it to one another yet. We're going to do that in just a minute. But before we do that, Jules is going to tell you guys about our scoring system. Jules.
That's right, Dutch. We have we score out of 100 points.
This is really
across 10 categories. I know it is. 10 categories that include aroma, flavor, body, complexity, balance, finish, uniqueness, drinkability, aesthetics, and value. However, we aesthetics value at 5 points each. And then flavor at 20 points. And you can medal at a competition if you get a 60 and up, go from bronze, silver, gold to diamond.
I wiped the cork off, and it seems to be sticking a little better now. FYI.
Thanks, Dutch.
Yeah, this is one of Dutch tips. Wipe your corks. Okay, let's get our initial scores. I don't know, that sounded really bad as soon as I said it.
Yeah, yikes, yikes.
Let's get our initial scores. Of course, this can change. We're going to discuss it. We could go up, we could go down. We'll see. My initial score for the G4 6-barrel blend Añejo, 75.
75. Right on the money.
72.
That seems a little low. Seems a little low. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe we're a little high.
You got that right.
Let's kick off our discussion with the Aroma. One of the best categories for me. I give it an 8.
I gave it an 8.
8.
Yeah, really good. I
Okay.
mean, sugar cookie.
I mean, it's...
Sugar cookie.
You know,
Yeah, but more sophisticated than that. I mean,
wanted
it's
to
almost like a...
With like an agave drizzle.
Yeah.
Okay, I wanted to bring that up because there is a Maker's Mark sugar cookie, right? And when I first noticed it, I said, wow, that's just like invoking that memory.
It's really sweet.
So very, very sweet.
And I mean, it really does. We'll get to the palate, but like that sugar cookie, there's maybe like a ginger kind of thing and agave mixed in there. It's a really nice nose. I kind of am like,
nice.
why didn't I give it a 9?
I know why, because it's not balanced.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's all
sweet.
sweet.
It's very
It's all sweet. Yeah. The agave is just like an afterthought almost.
I don't know if I'd go that far. It's
berry.
But it's definitely skewed.
Yeah.
And I feel like because of that, it might bury other aromas. It's just you're not able to kind of experience the breadth.
Fair point. All right, let's move on to flavor, our biggest point category here. I really enjoyed the flavor, so I give it an 18.
17.
17.
There we go.
There's so much here. Bright agave on the palate, syrupy sweetness, a honeyed grape, a little bit of spice, but not too much. There's a lot of flavors here. What are you missing? I guess that's my question.
You're missing... well, actually, I don't remember the list that you just went down.
Well, what is it missing for you?
For me, it was missing a lot of like I was expecting more floral component, just with like the teas I got on the Aroma, and also the baking spice was not really there for me.
Yeah.
And then, no, this will go towards more body. So
I thought the fruits were so deep though. Like there's so much there. I mean, I felt like I gave it points here for that.
I want to explain. So it's not what was missing per se. There was a component that I think the cognac barrels contributed, which I didn't like, which is there's a touch of that bitterness that comes through.
So I agree with you.
And then that's gonna translate to when we get to the finish.
I agree. I took off the points at finish. I didn't take it off on.
But even the front end presentation, I think, was affected in some way. So I wondered about this ratio, right? The white wine versus, it's basically
You get
2
the white wine a
to
lot
4,
with that,
right?
I think.
No.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's
I think there's a lot here, and they're enjoyable flavors, and there's a lot to kind of unpack. You can kind of keep going back to it. Each sip, I'm like discovering something else. So I think light,
I've
soft 18.
Well, I tried tequila with tequila aged in cognac barrels where you don't have that, bitterness, and maybe it's because it's a different ratio. But that's the reason why it's not an 18, 19, 20.
Again, the reason I didn't knock it here for the bitterness was because to me that was all on the finish and only on the finish. So I took the points off and finished.
I doubt that. I doubt it. How can you just have it on the
his
finish?
I know, Dylan's in
I mean,
my
no.
brain.
Because no. Listen to the. It's like it's a.
Nobody wants to listen to it.
It's very strange. You could say that. It's like, so you're tasting something and all of a sudden, boom, you're
finish.
transitioning to some weird like. Okay, now it is time for the finish, and then all the bitterness just happened to like spontaneously come out of there.
It all happened at the finish.
It is a transition. It is a spectrum.
Yeah,
sir.
but it all happens in the finish. Do you not understand that concept? You've never had a new flavor or something different come out in the finish?
Is your life black and white?
Maybe. That's not the question.
I think somebody said there was a famous song about that, right? But
listen, I'm talking about the man in the mirror. What do you see, Dylan? You see an angel or a demon? Okay, let's move on to body. I thought it was good. 8.
7.
I give it a 7.
Thank you.
I mean, I see the 7. It's a soft 8, but it's.
And this is where, speaking
coated
of
my
like the
palate really
bitterness, I don't know, but then it started drying for me, and I could see like the white. I don't know. I could see the white wine influence on that, but then also I just thought it wasn't like the coating wasn't that even for me.
So I want to.
I could be talked down on this one. Like, why am I off?
I want to touch on that.
Yeah.
Initially, I wanted to poo-poo what you were saying. Like, why are you talking about the finish?
You always want to poo-poo
and all that kind of stuff. But you know what? That drying component really prevents me from enjoying like the body. Right?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. It's holding it back.
So you are right. You are correct.
But like for the first 2.5 thirds of the experience, it's not there for me. So like The initial palate hit coats really nicely, going through the flavors I'm experiencing, all very nice. And then I get to like the remnant, and that's the only time I really have that negative drying, the bitterness.
How do you know it's 2/3 and not like
I'm
3/4
telling you my experience,
or 3/5? Right?
Whatever number you want to assign to it, I call that the finish, and that's what I'm calling it here. So you guys didn't talk me down. Yeah, soft 8 for me. Let's move on to complexity 8.
7.
8.
Yeah, there's a lot going on here.
Yeah.
There's a lot of really interesting
yourself
flavors.
described many flavors.
There's a lot here.
So there's a lot happening.
All right. It was a
Soft 8.
It was a hard 7.
Now it's a soft 8.
soft 8.
Yeah,
All right,
so
all right.
I'll bring it up.
That's easy, so.
Yeah, there's a lot here. It's
it is.
You're bringing in those other casks. You're adding dimensions to the flavor. They may be good, they may be bad, but it is complex.
Yeah.
And they're not bad. Most of them are good. Like really, the only bad stuff, like I said, happens on the finish. So
Yeah.
most of the palate experience is pretty complex. Good. Okay, next category, balance 8.
I give it an 8. This is where I waffled, though.
Me too.
I gave it a
I
7.
ended up-
I gave it a
I
7
started with a
because
7.
of the drying, and now I'm getting both the dry white wine and dry cognac.
I get you.
I was
And
just going to
it's-
say
But see,
that,
again,
too,
like
man. And
all of that is just like the lingering effect. Like when it's on my palate, I don't
it's
experience
there.
that, and what's there is actually pretty well balanced.
You know why
Yeah,
that's
I
a
don't-
lie? Because
not a lie,
the
dude.
finish will linger, right? And it goes around,
know, but
wraps
when I-
around, and then you try it, and it
when it throws it off again.
it becomes,
so
yeah,
it's
it
But it
Part
doesn't.
of
It
it.
didn't affect my next sip. That's what I mean. When I took my next sip, I didn't experience that until it was all off my
the
palate
back
and
end.
into the remnant, the finish.
No, because like that means that you would only take one sip and one
I am a
sip
super
only,
taster.
and then you basically leave.
No, I'm telling you, when I take my second sip, I'm not experiencing the dryness. As soon as it hits my palate again, tastes good.
Man, it is really dry.
No, it's
It is
drying,
really
so
dry, right? Yeah.
Dylan, you convinced me. I'm going down on that balance.
all
Going,
right.
ended up on the 7.
I mean, I could be talked down, but you guys are not talking
I don't know
me
if you
down
could
right.
stick the 8, dude, because
Yeah.
it's seriously unbalanced. You're
Flavors
describing.
are really well balanced, I think.
But the balance
the
also
sensory-
includes
You
everything.
just said
though.
like the finish like bombarded you. That, I don't know if that's actually describing
yeah,
balance.
that's true.
Yeah.
That's a fair point. Okay, I will take a point off balance. Go to 7. Well, somebody who speaks from the heart.
True.
Whisper
It's
of the
all
heart.
heart.
All right, next category, finish. Give it a 7. I could be talking. It's actually
It's a soft 7.
It's a soft 7.
I'm thinking about going down.
I know I am too, but it's not.
It's
bad
funny.
enough.
I actually
It's
gave
not.
it-
It's not
I gave it
unpleasant.
an
No,
8.
it's not unpleasant. It's
Wait,
very.
what
It's
is wrong
pleasant.
with? How did you give it an 8?
I gave it an 8, but I wasn't experiencing what you were experiencing.
You just said you got
Actually,
the dryness and you got the bitterness.
Yeah, on the body, right? Like
don't get it
that's
on the
what.
finish? See, to me,
No,
it's
I wasn't
all
getting
on
it on
the
the
finish.
finish.
There's not bitterness, man. It's not the bitterness of. It's not the good bitterness that you get with agave and like cooked agave and fermentation.
No, you're right. It's an off bitterness.
It's an off bitterness.
It's
And
not
it
even
happens
like.
all the way at the
Yeah,
end. All
Okay.
the way at the end.
Yeah, I'll go down.
I mean, this is where you need to knock it for finish.
So 7.
Really soft 7.
Guess I'm going down to
Soft.
6.
You are?
Yeah.
I'll never understand you.
All right.
Okay.
I love it.
Next
Keep on
category,
guessing.
uniqueness.
I give it an 8.
8.
I give it an 8.
It's a good
too.
8.
Yeah.
Strong 8.
It's unique. The flavors are actually pretty unique. That grape really comes through.
Yeah.
Can we talk about like what you were teasing us with the conspiracy theory?
Let's get to that. Let's
Because I
finish our
feel that's
category.
part of the uniqueness.
No, we'll talk about this value.
Special 6.
Yeah,
Okay.
I agree. Let's talk about it at value. So we all agree. 8 on uniqueness. Drinkability. Gave it an 8.
Give it a
Really
7.
soft.
I give it a 7, but I'm tempted to like go down.
Yeah.
But here's the thing.
It's a
like,
very
Another
soft
point,
7.
because it's a soft 7.
every time I take another sip, though, I'm like, this is good. And then I sit, I'm like, but then I'm like, I can take another sip.
I don't think I'd be drinking this.
Yeah, me too.
I think I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna
To
go
the
back
other
to the
G4.
other G4. I'm gonna go back to even like,
feel like
it's
just
still
a
pretty
regular
drinkable.
extra
another
añejo.
sip of this, and I think I'm done.
I mean, like,
pretty drinkable.
granted, I don't typically drink añejos, right?
sweet
I
enough.
love blancos and extra añejos. But I don't think I'm gonna be going to this. It's just the dryness. I'm there's a
The dryness does
this is
affect it.
academic for
Yeah,
me.
it's such a soft 8. I'm going to go down to a 7. You guys, I mean, it's really not
even
bad.
then, it's a soft 7.
I would just drink blancos.
Yeah, I would reach for the Blanco over this probably, or the extra. You're right.
Yeah, because
that's
the blanco is delicious, and it's just I get
This
all the
is
agave.
Unique though.
Yeah, I mean that's
So I know
guess
different
fine.
category, but
Yeah.
okay, guys. Well, we're done with the flavor components. Let's talk about the non-flavor aspects. Let's start with aesthetics. 3.
3. Just a
Fine.
sticker.
Yeah.
It's just a sticker. I'm not going to give anybody bonus points for that. The new cork. Not really going to give you
Took a point off of that.
Yeah.
Value 0.
I gave it a 1.
I landed on a 1 too, but I could be talked to a 0.
I mean, $200 something that scored in the 70s for us. Really? Where is the value?
Well, so there's
limited release. There's only
a-
like 1,000 bottles.
So
That's the value.
no,
it's a limited.
That's why I made it a
No,
0.
you're right,
If
you're
this was
right.
on every shelf for,
He's right.
you know,
there's a value
Even 100?
in
The academics of it all. I knew you were gonna say that.
Okay,
man.
if this was, if it taught me nothing, I would say the value is 0. For me, the value is, I'll tell you.
You'll never go back to this again.
No, well, true, but I would say there's a value because I want to understand what a master blender, master distiller, what that person is trying to present, the personality of the distillery, what they're trying to showcase. And here, there's like, you know what? Let me change up the ratios. Let me pick 2 barrels.
no, but this is basically a one-off marketing scam. And you're giving it points for that.
Well, no, I can't give it a 0. There
I
is
hear
some.
you. I had a 1 originally.
There's no.
But here's
Like,
my problem.
this is not a value in the sense that, like, oh, I'm gonna get a bargain.
Let me tell you though,
Not at all.
Why it's annoying me though is that I don't want to feed this. I don't want to feed this mentality of all these brands saying, "Oh,
Okay.
let's just do a special."
Here's the
Okay,
value.
fine,
Here's the
fine,
value
fine.
CPU.
Because this is tequila jumping the shark.
Exactly.
Fine.
It's
I
still
give it a
good.
0. I give it a 0.
This is still good,
Fine.
but like I don't want to feed this kind of idea.
yeah,
Like,
I probably
G4
won't,
makes great
I
products.
probably won't use. Well, see, that's the thing.
I know what you're saying.
Because when
it's
I
like
do
a 0.5.
when I host people and I'm going through the tequila, I'm wondering if I would use this as part of the lineup. Probably not. Yeah.
No, you would to the connoisseur. Just like, hey, you want to try something
But at this
really
price,
different.
I'd get the extra.
Yeah,
The
agreed.
extra Añejo. Wouldn't you?
Or even like
But
the down
that's the
payment on
value.
the extra 6-year.
I mean, like
or something.
it used to be able to get the extra Añejo for about 150, 160.
Yeah, used to be so.
I don't know what it's running these days.
All
I
right,
try to put
you know, we round down. So I mean, it was like
a 0.9.
0.25
It's
or
a
something, 0.25 or whatever. So value 0.
I'll call it a 0.5. I'll call it a 0.9. Like I agree with you. I wanted to give it a point, but
Yeah, no, you're right, Rich.
I just can't do
Yeah.
it for this.
Okay, fine.
And I love G4. I really enjoy G4. I generally enjoyed sipping on this, but
But let's talk about this. We said, to me, the fact that they kind of blatantly obvious is like, this is in English. This is for
bourbon drinkers.
No, well, this is
Bourbon.
this is for the gringos. This
Americans.
is for people who are like, you know what?
Oh, that's
Let's-
your conspiracy
let's-
theory?
no, I think
Let's throw the mic.
it's specifically for like the bourbon folks who are getting into tequila. And it's a great idea because it's got a special sticker, and the nose is really sweet. It's
No,
appealing
because
to a bourbon
the
drinker.
thing is-
localization,
well, no,
guys. I
because-
bet you if we were in Mexico, this is in Spanish.
No. They would never sell it.
It's just a print job.
No, they would never sell it there.
They might sell this
Comment
at
below.
the
No, you
distillery
think
store.
that they're gonna get like
Yeah, at the
$200
warehouse store.
equivalent in Mexico City?
No, because it would be like 1,000 pesos.
No, but they're not gonna do that. I think this is specifically marketed for people in San Diego like you guys, and like, hey, let's put a sticker there. You know, it's like, you know, this idea of the taters,
Well,
right?
Mexico.
Regardless, we're going to be comparing it to this one in just a
exactly.
moment.
Yeah.
And again, if you remember, you get to see that.
I can't wait.
And I'm actually
I cannot
really
wait.
intrigued by this.
Let's be done with this.
I actually have a hypothesis. All right, but let's get our final tally before
Yeah,
we
let's
get
get
there.
the tally.
All right, I ended up at a 74.
71.
72.
Which gives us our official Curiosity Public score for G4's 6-barrel special edition Añejo blend. It is a silver 72.
I mean, that's a very good score.
That's a good score in our
a really
system.
good
Very good score.
Silver medal. Nothing wrong with this. If
You're lucky if you get a silver here.
If you get a bottle of it, you'll be happy. You'll probably enjoy it. You know, is it gonna? We're not there yet, dude. Just chill out. Okay, we gotta finish this episode first.
Time's running out.
No, it's not.
We're running tape.
There's no tape. It's just a memory card.
What?
What? Okay, Jules, take us out.
Did you just teleport this morning? Tell us what you guys think in the
He just
comments
hatched.
below. Because
Like,
you just hedged.
I'm like,
In his mind, it's the Venus de Milo. It's more like the Matrix.
Subscribe for more videos from Curiosity Public. If you want to help us out, please consider joining Curiosity Private membership program on YouTube and Patreon. We are also selling t-shirts. Links will be in the description. And we do have a podcast out there on all the major podcast platforms. As always, stay safe, stay healthy.
Stay curious.
I'm reminded of Ace Ventura. Ace
coming
Ventura
out of the
2,
rhino.
Coming out of the Rhino. I just watched that on network TV.
Yeah.
I think it was like KCOP or something.
So was it down to like 30 minutes?
They completely cut it out.
Everything's gonna be
They
cut.
completely cut it out. Like they see the hole inside when he was inside, and then the next scene is he's already outside.
So I was thinking
it.
of Frank Reynolds coming out of the couch.
All right, let's drink this.
All right.